So, I have a lot of shitty Tinder stories, but I'm just gonna tell like two because this video, if I tell all of them, could literally be 20 minutes long, and I'm not trying to make a 20-minute long video and edit that, and no one's trying to watch a 20-minute video either. So I was on Tinder, and it was, I think, around October. I get like an Instagram message from someone, and they were just like, hey, and I just didn't respond because, I don't know, I just didn't respond. I'm not obligated to respond to anyone. And I looked at his profile, and like he was like one like a girl who I went to school with who was like really nice, and like I trust her judgment on people. She followed him, and like her boyfriend followed him too, and so I was like, okay, well, both these people are good people. I trust both of their judgments, so like he can't be that bad of a guy. But basically, so I forgot to I like clicked off of like the message, and I just like didn't respond, and then I forgot to respond like later on after I like looked at his like profile. And then a couple days later he messaged me again, and he was just like, I guess like I wasn't like interesting enough to capture your attention. Oh well, I tried. And I was just like, I said like something along the lines of, I forgot to see a message. No, I forgot to respond to you. At this time my phone was super fucked. Like the iPhone update majorly like fucked like my notifications, fucked like my messages. Like I didn't get notifications for 24 plus hours at like most of the time. I didn't get half of my texts. So like I like didn't see his like message, or like I forgot to respond or something like that. And he was like, oh, like it's cool. He's like being like really nice. Take a shot every time I say fucking like. I said I didn't respond that well on Instagram, sorry, or something like that. And he was just like, well, give me your number. And like at this time he seemed like, besides like that passive aggressive first message, he seemed like a nice dude. I love being naive. So I was like, okay, but like just a warning, like okay, but just a warning, I don't get notifications for 24 plus hours sometimes, and a lot of the times texts don't come through for a while. And he's like, okay, yeah, no, that's totally fine, like thanks for like letting me know, I appreciate the heads up, I'll remember that, cool. And I was like, okay, like he knows that I may take some time to respond, and he's okay with that, like dope. So then like we talked like, maybe it was, because this was at like 9 p.m. and I ended up falling asleep at like 10 p.m. So we texted maybe 3 or 4 times, and then I fell asleep. And then I woke up the next morning at like 8 a.m. and it was like 5 or 6 texts going like, why aren't you responding, like what's up? And then like the last one was at like an hour before I woke up, and he was just like what's going on? Like I genuinely just like want to know, like I don't understand, like why aren't you responding, like what did I do? And I was just like, sorry, I fell asleep. He was like, oh, that's fine, like no worries, it's all good. And I was just like, okay. I didn't respond all day because my phone literally was fucked up. Like I like literally, and like he would just send me like 7 or 8 texts a day, like being like, hello, hey, like you there, like what's up, like is there something like wrong, like can you give me like a reason why you're not responding? And I was just like, and at this point any normal person would have blocked him, but I literally cannot be bothered to block anyone. I blocked one person like one time, and I was like, this is like so, I just feel like immature. I feel immature blocking people, and like that's not like, I mean, I know like it's not immature to block people at all. I just feel immature blocking people because like if you just don't respond, then they'll get the picture, and even if they don't, like that's their own problem. At this time, one of my like really good friends was going through a super hard time, like she was in the hospital, she was dealing with a bunch of shit, and I was like, aside from her family, like I was like the only one who was like always by her side, always like helping her out, whatever. And like I mean, I didn't mind at all. basically he was just like, oh, so like, are you talking to anyone right now? And I was like, no, like I'm focusing on like myself and my friend. And at one point I didn't respond for like split your attention between us two, and I was just like, well, I mean, my friend is the most important thing to me right now, and helping her with what she's dealing with is more important than appeasing a boy. And he was just like, well, I think you should just try. And I was like, no. I wasn't even into him that much, and like, you know, start making demands like that, you can miss me with that. Another thing that like was like really weird is that we never matched. Like, I had like my Instagram on like my Tinder bio, and he found me through that, and I like literally never saw his like profile. I never saw him like when I was like swiping or anything, and he would like consistently ask me like why I swiped right on him, or like why I like decided to like swipe right on him. And I was just like, I went to Tinder and like went like, and I searched like all my matches like just to make sure that we never matched, and like his name was like not on the thing. And I was just like, he literally asked me 5 different times. He's like, oh, you never answered this question, you never answered this question. And I was just like, take a hint. One time I was at a party, and the friend who I was like helping out was supposed to be at the party, but then something happened and she didn't go. And I posted like an Instagram story of me at the party, and he was like, wow, you can go to the party but you can't even answer my text messages. And I was just like, and then after a while, well, it wasn't even after a while, it was maybe about like a month or 2, he was just like, okay, well, you're not putting in any effort right now, so I'm done with this. And I was just like, I was gonna tell other stories, but I think this is like a story time in itself, like just that one was long enough. But yeah, that was probably one of my worst Tinder experiences, and it didn't like, it wasn't even like a Tinder experience, like it was literally like, but I know that I probably sound pretty stupid for not blocking him. It's just that I feel immature blocking people. B, I could not be bothered to do it. Like, I was just like, him, it just didn't seem worth it to me. I would rather just have like, I would rather just like muted like our conversation and not saved his number, and that's about it. Because plus I didn't even like see most of the texts or like receive them. I'm sure this dude was a good guy. Like, I mean, I'm sure he just needed some love and affection that I just couldn't give to him at the time because I was giving it to someone else. And you know, I hope he finds someone who can give him the affection and attention that he needs or that he desires. It just was not me. And yeah, that's about it. I hope, you know, I wish him the best. Thanks for watching. Stay lit.